and welcome to this week's Sing for Alexa Saturday. We are so incredibly fortunate this week to have none other than SHANICE Williams here with us. Everyone do a nice silent clap. Oh my goodness.
Hi guys, hi everybody.
It is such an honor to have you here with us today. We are all so incredibly excited. So basically, if this is anyone's first Sing for Alexa Saturday, basically the rundown is SHANICE and I are going to introduce ourselves, answer a couple questions, and then we have three amazing singers lined up to be able to perform for us, and we will be able to watch them and give feedback. And then at the end, if you would like to stay after, we do a fun musical theater Kahoot, and the winner gets a free video chat with me. So that's kind of a very brief rundown of how this is all going to go. I'm going to get started introducing myself. I assume that if you're here, you probably know a little bit about me, at least, you know, if you're on the Zoom right now. But hi, I'm Alexa, and I am a musical theater TikToker. I tried to wear green today in honor of Oz. I come from a very musical family. We've been singing and performing ever since we were younger. My grandparents and parents all grew up kind of on the bandstand, and therefore so did I. So I really loved performing, and then I took my first ever official voice lesson at 13, which wasn't too far off from my first ever musical theater production that I was in middle school, and I just loved the idea of being able to put singing and acting together into telling a story that can make other people smile and laugh. And so I ended up going to then a high school of the performing arts, and while I was there, I was doing a lot of other pre-college programs, studying voice classically and also doing some musical theater. I attended Juilliard for their pre-college voice program, and Rutgers for their musical theater academy for high schoolers, Westminster Choir College and Paper Mill Playhouse for their summer musical theater conservatory. So I almost felt like throughout high school I had a very conservatory style type of learning. So then for college I really wanted to dive more into what kind of makes a production, for if I wanted to start writing and producing my own material and, you know, learn a bit more of the business side of show business. So currently I am taking classes at Ithaca College, where I'm a BMO major, Bachelor of Music with an outside field in theater arts. And I make musical theater TikToks. So I'm now going to hand it over to SHANICE.
Yes, my story is like so different from yours. Okay. Okay, so I grew up an only child. The only way for me to entertain myself was basically entertaining others. So I knew very early that I liked to perform. I got into musical theater really at the beginning of high school, and ever since that, every summer I was at the Paper Mill Playhouse Conservatory doing their summer intensives, and went to college for musical theater, stayed there for about 2 semesters, and I was looking for another college to go to because I wasn't happy at that one. In the process of that, I did an open call with about over 1,000 girls and for The Wiz Live, and I ended up booking it. That was the beginning of my career. So I played Dorothy in The Wiz Live. After that, I went on to do some off-Broadway productions, and now I am gearing out to television and film. You might have seen me in NBC's Perfect Harmony. But musical theater has always had my heart and my soul, and I've been vocal training since sophomore year in high school. And I call myself an actress who sings because I don't even like to sing if there's not a story that I'm telling. So I'm very happy to be here today.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I love your I love what you said about like an actress who sings. I feel very similarly to that, and I almost get like weirdly uncomfortable, like I don't know what to do if it's just singing a song that doesn't have you know, like I'm so self-conscious. I love the way that you stated that. Wow. Okay, so I'm now going to open up the floor to anyone who maybe has a question for either me or SHANICE, more SHANICE, because this is an amazing time that we have her here. So if you do have a question, feel free to type it in the chat, or if you want to actually just physically kind of wave your hands, then we'll be able to go and unmute you. SHANICE, do you want to maybe go and unmute?
Yes. Okay, so I'm unmuting Lucy XX.
Hi.
Hi, Lucy.
My question is, so you said about you went to like an open casting call of like 1,000 other girls. So what were your first thoughts when you first went in and you were like one of 1,000?
Oh man, honestly, in my head, I was like, okay, I'm not thinking about booking this role. I'm thinking about having fun and learning from this experience. Because an open call is a huge learning experience because you have to go through the waiting process, have to go through meeting casting directors. And it's like, that's all I was thinking. Let's have fun and let's learn. And I think that's the best mindset to have because it made me comfortable. I wasn't in there like, I have to get this role. I was just there like, okay, let's see what happens.
Wow. Awesome. Great question. Does anyone else have a question? If Shanice, you want to go and unmute?
Yeah, okay. Giant. I'm unmuting. There you go. Giant, hi. Oh, I still can't hear him though. Maybe you have to unmute it on your end.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Giant. I can't hear you. What about now? No, it's not working. Okay, hello? No.
If you know what, if you want, you can type it in the chat.
In the chat, and then we could get to it.
Yeah, I actually right now, and how will be for the rest of the Zoom, I have the chat set to where everything that you type just goes directly to me privately, just so that as people are performing, they're not looking at like chats popping up on the screen because it can be a little bit distracting. Okay. While Giant is typing his question, do you maybe want to unmute someone else?
Yeah, let's see. Anybody else have a question? Okay, how about we go to Cam? Boom. Hi, Cam.
Hello. Hi. If you said that you like to tell a story through songs, so have you ever written your own song to tell your own story?
Yes, of course. Yes. I write my music all the time. I've had some auditions where they're like, you know, sing 18 bars of something, and if it's for like Disney or whatever or something, like I'll make my own song up. I love to do that. Yeah, it's also like something else to do in your spare time because we're artists, and there's not just one or two things we could do. We could do whatever we want to do. We can do whatever we want. Hope that answers your question.
I love it. Okay, so we have a Giant's question. They asked, in The Wiz, did you have any callbacks and were they stressful?
Oh man. At the end of the process, I remember a casting director telling me, she was like, Shanice, you had 7 different auditions. And I was like, really? Because it just went by so quick. But yeah, there were 7. So one audition is 6 callbacks. It was very, very stressful, but you gotta do it. It's the business.
Yeah, oh my gosh. We also have another one that was typed in the chat from Tara. We have, I'm trying to juggle my academic life, my dream for Cambridge University, and my creativity. Any advice?
Oh man, can you answer this one, Alexa?
Oh boy. I mean, I think it's kind of something that we all struggle with, you know, trying to be creative and then also keep up really good grades. I was that AP student as well while I was taking all these other classes. So I think the biggest thing was just time management, that I was a really bad procrastinator and it totally got like the best of me to the point where I was like, okay, I either need to fix this or I really just can't continue to go on like this. So it was really learning like, okay, for 2 hours, I'm just going to get all my schoolwork out of the way so I don't need to worry about it. I don't have to think about it. Now I have X amount of time to go and be creative, because I found that my creativity was really stumped when there were other things in my mind that I was thinking about and stressed about or like putting off. So at least that's just for me. So I would say to kind of like ask yourself what your patterns are if you really don't feel comfortable in where you are, and maybe how you could change those to be, you know, for your benefit as opposed to like against.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm in college now, and I went to a strictly performing arts college because I kind of like, I knew that was what I wanted to do, and I never wanted to do anything else. It was weird for me, and I had family like, "What are you doing?" But you can answer that question better than me because you're juggling all of it at the same time. I applaud you. I really do.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there? Oh, someone also asked in the chat. Have you ever had an embarrassing moment on stage? I don't think I've ever had one on stage, but I've had a lot of just like off stage weirdness.
I've had a moment that wasn't my fault, guys. It was the hair team's fault, okay? I did have a wig fall off on stage one time. But, I mean, what can you do when you're in the moment? Yeah. It came off, and I was like, just be professional. That's all I can say. Just keep being professional.
The show must go on.
Must go on.
Okay.
Yes.
I think we have like time for one more really quick question. If someone else wants to give a wave, and Shanice, you want to unmute them?
Oh man, this is so hard. Okay, how about? Okay, I'm just gonna go with Piper because I know Piper's been waiting for a long time. Hi, Piper.
Hi. I was just wondering, what are some like good audition songs? I've been like trying to work on like my audition binder, so I'm just like just for any female voice part, I guess.
Mm-hmm. That's a tough one for me to answer because it's all about what you feel like your strengths are in your voice and your strengths are in your acting. But I will say this, a good audition song is something where you can do it quick, whether it's 32 bars or 18 bars, you can tell that story quickly and it showcases your greatest strengths in your voice.
I completely agree too. And I would also say that a couple of other past guests that we've had on, actually, because I never really thought about this much. I mean, obviously everyone kind of thinks about it, but one important thing that they actually mentioned was knowing the show that you're auditioning for. So almost not just having like one piece that you use for every show, but really knowing the type of show that you're auditioning for so that you can be really smart in which piece that you pick, which lets them know that you've done your research, you know the style of the show, so that they can really like envision you in the part, which is I think really cool to think about as well. Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course. Oh, these are all such great questions. I will, if we have time afterwards, be answering more after the Kahoot. But for now, we're going to get started with the singers. So our first singer that we have is Jacob. Jacob, we have two Jacobs here today, actually. This is Jacob number one. Jacob, you have the floor if you want to introduce yourself to all of us.
Sure. Hi, my name is Jacob Aloi, but people call me Kobe, people call me Jake, people call me anything with a J, but so I respond to most anything. I'm 20 years old. I used to do a lot of theater in high school. I went to performing arts high school as well. But now I'm focused more on behind the scenes for the last couple of years because that's been a steady paycheck. But now that every COVID has kind of changed how everything happens, I've been taking this time to really try to develop myself as an actor to try to get back on stage.
Amazing. So please tell us, what will you be performing today?
So I will be singing Johanna from Sweeney Todd by Stephen Sondheim.
Very nice. And for anyone who maybe doesn't know this song or the show, would you be able to give us a small, really short synopsis and kind of where this song fits in?
Sure. So the show is about a murderous barber who has been wronged by many people in his hometown, and he comes back to his hometown in London and decides that he is going to start taking revenge and justice into his own hands. And one of the people that he meets along the way is a sailor named Anthony, and Anthony falls in love with this woman who, this beautiful girl who is this kind of ethereal person that he just sees in glimpses in windows, and eventually he truly falls for this girl. And so this song is all about his love for her and how one day he hopes to save her from her captors, from the people who are keeping her locked in her room. So that's kind of the story of this song.
Wonderful. That's a lot better than I think I could have explained it. It's such a weird, complicated plot. Jacob, were you able to figure out how to turn on the original sound, or do you want for me to go over that?
Sound turned on and everything. And so do you want me to try playing it through the laptop?
Yeah. So I will also just ask each singer to do a short sound check, just
Sure.
So we can make sure everything's,
Let's do the sound check. And then if you can hear me talk over it, it sounds okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Awesome. All right. So, is there anything else you need from me, or do you want me to just?
I think you're all good. You're all set.
Fabulous. All right. Well, here we go. I'll steal till I'm with you, then I'm with you. Very sweetly in your yellow
Yeah.
Nice job.
Okay.
Spotlight you for a second. Okay, there we go. Wonderful job. Okay.
Yes, great job.
Yeah. So I'm going to go first with a little bit of more of the technical things that, you know, I'm seeing just vocally, since that's the majority of kind of my vocal background and training. And then I'll give Shanice the floor to work out any and everything she wants to. You have such a lovely, free voice. I really, I appreciate the way in which you're being very like, I don't want to say careful, more like caring with the line. Like you're very you're making it very, very tender, and your voice, it is well suited to be able to sing a song like this. I do think that a couple times in the song when it really, really opens up, especially because in this show it's like very much with a London accent, I think that there are a couple places where you could open up to an ah, as opposed to where originally, like in how we would say it, the vowels would be a bit more closed. And I think in a big way that's going to help a lot with the ringing of the tone a little bit, also just being able to open it up a little bit. Specific spots where I found this was even just in the word Johanna, in when we say it kind of in English, Joanna, like we say it a bit more closed as opposed to Joanna, where even if you just drop your jaw a little bit, now all of a sudden we have this ring compared to like Joanna, which we would kind of say in English if we were singing it. So I think you can definitely lend yourself to sing this not fully in the accent, but you know, even just because in the show her name's Joanna. If you just open it a little bit more, I think it'll lend itself to be a bit more free, which you're doing a really great job of in other places throughout. Even just in the word hair, in your yellow hair, very much like Joanna, where it seems a bit closed. If you just open it up a little bit more to an ah, in your yellow hair, you have to kind of play around with it so it's not like har, but it's not like hair. A nice happy medium where you can get it to really nicely ring. It's almost in the same spot as ah, but not fully. Yeah, and then there were also just a couple places where you tended to rush a little bit, and I think that part of that rushing could also just be I think it could also just be a part of the mentality throughout the piece, and I think that this could be maybe something that Shanice works on a little bit, just in there being kind of a bit more of like there being stakes throughout the song instead of just kind of like standing there and singing and maybe at times feeling a little bit awkward, so you kind of rush the line to get through it a bit. But other than that, I really love this song. I mean, anyone who knows me knows I love this song, and I thought that you really justice. So fabulous job. I'll pass it along to Shanice.
Okay, Jacob, I'm with this. I love this song as well. So first of all, I love the fact that you're seeing her up there in that window. Okay, you got that perfectly. You're not looking at us, you're looking at Joanna. This is what the song is about. I really want you to envision her in your head, what Joanna looks like, because you've seen this girl in this window, and she's, out of all the girls in the town, you chose to pick Joanna. She's in this window. You can't even get to her. She has to be that beautiful, okay? So I need you to see all her features when you're thinking about this, because it all is expressed in your face when you're thinking about this in your head. So I was half convinced I'd wake and satisfied enough to dream you. Like you thought you were dreaming when you saw her, but no, it's real life. And I want you to really think about, like, how does it make you feel that her family has her dad has her locked behind these walls? you have to have the whole plan in your head. Like, nah, I'm gonna get you one day. I'm gonna steal you. And you have two separate moments where the music is just playing, where you take a beat and you take a pause, you're not saying anything. You still have to you still have to flow through those beats, even though there's no singing. I need to see the scheme on your face, the plan, how you're gonna get her. Um, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful what you're doing, but these are just little things you can add to heighten the performance, because I really, really love it. You know, her yellow hair, see all of her features. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I love that. When I have a song sometimes, even though it's like, we obviously don't talk like this now, but I'll break it down, because I'll break it down and make it seem like how I would say it. Like, Johanna, you are beautiful. I know you locked up there in that castle. I know you locked up there in that house, but I'm gonna get you. This is how it's gonna happen. So yeah, I love this.
No, I completely agree. I wonder if there's like a certain place in the music where we can go to kind of try to apply these things that Shanice and I are mentioning.
Oh yeah.
Pretty repetitive, so it's not like I could just tell you like, go from I'll steal you, Johanna, because you say that like 10 times.
Right.
Do you think that there's a place towards the end, Jacob, where you would be able to start the audio and be able to, like I was mentioning, open up on some of those vowels, as well as really think about everything that Shanice was saying? You know, find, where are you looking at her hair? Where are you looking at her dress? Where are you trying to like look into her room? You know, find like actual things that you're doing instead of just like, I'm standing there looking at her.
Right.
Which is still very dreamy, but you know, just to make it interesting for us as an audience.
Absolutely. I think that like going from the end of like the second verse into the big finish at the end, the last little verse.
Let's do it.
It's very repetitive, so let's see if I can find it.
Oh my gosh. Oh
Yeah, I noticed the difference as soon as you started.
Yeah.
I know the wheels were moving. The wheels were moving up here. For me, I'm satisfied. I really,
yes. That was really, really amazing, Jacob. Do you have any questions for me or Shanice?
Absolutely. I just one question really quick, and this is kind of geared towards both of you, if everyone wants to answer. When you feel as if, and I don't know if this is something that you've ever felt, but definitely for me is that if you've ever felt like there's kind of this block in musical theater for people who look, who act, who sing like you, your body type, the way that you move, the way that you interact in the world. What are some ways that you like help overcome that mental block of, I don't see people like me on stage, so how can I like, you know, get back into acting and feel the confidence of, no, I know what I'm doing?
I'm pretty fortunate to have like a large demographic. You know, I'm able to, you know, see a lot of people that I feel like I can play on Broadway. But I completely understand and respect where you're coming from. I'm going to hand this over to Shanice. I feel like she's much better suited to answer this than I am.
I sure am. I honestly believe that what makes you unique is what's going to take you there. So just say, thank you, God, that I'm different, because there's so many people that want to do musical theater. I mean, it's musical theater. It's amazing. let all the things that make you different and make you unique, let that take you. Let that take you. I forgot her name. I wish I could remember, but she said, I'm the best at what I do because nobody could be me better than me. So honestly, don't just do you, please. Don't try to become a robot of what you're seeing on stage or anything. Just be you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. This is fantastic. And I'm definitely going to take this to my next audition. Thank you so much, really.
You're so very welcome. Jacob, please let us know, where can we hear your beautiful voice? Where can we find you? Any ads? Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram at jacob.aloi, A-L-O-I. And then you can also follow me on TikTok at historian_in_training. And I can put that in the chat if we do a chat at the end or anything. But thank you so much. Really fantastic. This has been amazing and a real confidence boost. So thank you again. You're so very welcome. Thank you so much for being here today. Okay, yes, huge silent round of applause again for Jacob. Jacob number 1. Okay, we're now going to move on to our next fabulous singer. We have Mia, who I am unmuting now. Hi, Mia.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Pretty good. So how about you feel free to tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Mia. I've been doing musical theatre since 2016, and I've loved it. And now I'm studying it in college. Yeah.
Nice. Oh my gosh! Congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you.
And please let us know, what will you be singing for us today?
I will be singing "Waiting for Life to Begin" for Once on This Island.
And for anyone who maybe doesn't know the song or the show, would you be able to give us a small, brief synopsis and then kind of where this song fits in?
So basically, the character I will be singing from, her name is Timoon, and she's an orphan, and she got adopted by these 2 elderly people, and they're from the poor side. So she sees someone driving a car, and she's never seen a car before, and she's really excited to see this car because obviously she's never seen it before. And then the guy that's driving the car, he crashes, and then she prays to the gods. So there's 4 gods, and she prays to the gods to help him, and then she falls in love with him, and then that's
Amazing. And so where does this song kind of play into all that?
So she sees the car, and she's excited because she's from the poor side.
Alrighty, sounds good. Do you want to do a quick sound check?
Okay, sure. Don't know if you guys can hear it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Whenever you feel ready, stage is yours.
Okay. A stranger in white, in a car, going somewhere, going far. How it must feel to go racing wherever you please, flying as free as a bird with his tail in the breeze. Even the fish in the sea must be longing to fly, catching a glimpse of a stranger in white racing by. Oh God, oh God, are you there? What can I do to get you to look down and give in? Oh God, hear my prayer. I'm hearing the seed with my feet on the ground and my face in the air, waiting for life to begin. Mama's content and I'm tongue-tied accepts where he gets. Happy for tea in their cups and no holes in their nets. Happy to have what they have and to say what they are. They never even look up at the sound of a car. Hey stranger, racing down that beach, racing to places I was meant to reach. My stranger, one day you'll arrive. Your car will stop in a half and off wheel drive. They'll drive. Oh God, are you there? Don't you remember your little T-Moon from the tree? Wake up, look down, hear my prayer. Don't single me out and then forget me. Oh God, let me fly. Send me to places where no one before me has been. You spared my life. Show me why. You get me to fly like a fish in the bay, then tell me to wait. Well, I'm waiting for life to begin, waiting for life to begin.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Okay, so I want first when you are in this show because that was amazing. First and foremost, again, just I'm gonna be very nitpicky, but I need for you to know that was really, really fantastic.
Yeah.
The main technical thing that I saw is, well, first it's like a byproduct of something that you're doing very well, which is that you're a very natural performer, and I can see you seeing everything around you and, you know, wanting to, you know, reach out and like be where all these amazing things in the, you know, in the outskirts are. And this happens with a lot of performers that, you know, in technical work that we do, teachers can be pretty picky of, which is that, you know, our posture is, you know, really important in making sure that everything's really nice and aligned and that nothing's, you know, really gripping or tight or tense, especially, you know, when you sing it. If you sing it one time, I'm sure it's fine, but obviously we're preparing you to do this 8 shows a week. So, you know, I think a big thing is that you, like I said, you have this really great natural instinct of wanting to move your energy forward, which is fantastic, but I think it's resulting a little bit in some like leaning forward, as well as you're actually like taking steps forward and then kind of backing up and then walking forward again and then kind of backing up. And I feel like your energy, while it's so great, I think that if you help center that a little bit more, you know, it's fine if you want to walk over here and look at, you know, the stranger, and then it's like, now I'm here. And I think that movement is a great piece, especially in this, and you have a great way at utilizing it. But I think in finding certain places to really kind of plant yourself and center your energy in one, you know, one kind of energy funnel channel will really, really help you be able to, I think, just align everything and just get everything to just be a bit more direct, I guess, because in the song, I did notice I don't really think that there was a time where you were kind of just singing like forward, like to us, which is like one of the most powerful things, you know, like that we can do in theater to really kind of be nice and forward. It was a lot of like noticing your surroundings, which was great, but I would love to see you working on a little bit more of that grounding, that centering, a little bit on your posture. And, you know, if you're going to move forward or step forward or lean forward a little bit, making sure that that's a choice that you're making because it's really backed up by what you're saying, as opposed to, you know, something that you're just doing because you don't feel very grounded and you feel like you need something to do at that moment. Does all that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. But really, it was really fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, Mia, let's break this song down, because this is the song. This song is the perfect song to tell a story to. And obviously she is talking about the stranger in the car, Daniel. But this song, we all can relate to it because it's like we all have things in our heart that we want to do, and we feel like universe, God, whatever it is that's pulling us. When is it our time? Like there's more things I see for myself that I want for myself. So let's break this down. Okay. Beginning of the song, whatever T-Moon is doing, as soon as that music starts, boom, you see that car. You see him in that car. And that's when we first see T-Moon in this song. And then we go into what is your infatuation? How does it make you feel when you see this car driving in your town when you never seen anything like this before? So I mean, I want to see that feeling in your face. It's like oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is pulling me. And right away she says how it must feel. It must feel like I'm flying as free as a bird. Even the fish in the sea must be longing to fly when they see this car coming through our town. So I want to see all of that stuff in your face. And then I need to see a switch when it goes to, oh gods, because now you're pleading. You're pleading with the gods like, I'm here, okay? What can I do for you to see me? This is what I want. I want to be driving in that car. T-Moon is that type of person where it's like, wherever you're from, I don't belong here. I belong somewhere different. I need more. I see more in my life. So I want to see all that in your face. I love what you did when you laughed at your parents. Like they never even look up when they see something like this. I love that. So keep that in there because it's like, it shows that T-Moon is different. She stands out. And then at the end, I need you to come through for this part because it's like, guys, you saved me. I was about to die. I was an orphan. That my parents found me. You saved me for a reason. So please show me what is this? Why did you save me? I'm here in the field. I'm waiting for you. Show me what it is that you have for me. So I want to see all that stuff on your face. Yeah, I know you could do it. I mean, you just gotta, every single point in the song, it needs to be a moment and we need to see it on your face, every single line. I know it's a lot, but you got it. I know you got it.
Is there a certain place in the song, Shanice or Mia, that you think if we went back to and kind of started at, that we'd be able to incorporate a couple of these things?
Yeah. I kind of want to hear her. I mean, there's a lot because it goes.
We're good. We have time.
I kind of want to hear her just start from the second a stranger racing down the beach. So when she brings it back to Daniel.
Okay.
Racing to places I was meant to reach. That part.
Sure.
You got this.
I'm trying to think what part is it because it's an accompanist.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
I know that.
Yeah. It's okay. No rush. Take whatever time you need.
Okay. 1 second.
Maybe while Mia's looking for that, Shanice, we have a question. Did you ever meet a crazy fan? That's a question.
No, I haven't. I kind of feel like I'm still like at the beginning of my career. I don't have any crazy fans yet. No. Thank God.
I'm one of your crazy fans.
No, you're super cool.
Okay. Mia, we all set?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, perfect.
Hey, stranger, racing down that beach, racing to places I was meant to reach. My stranger, one day you'll arrive. Your car will stop and in on half and off wheel drive. They'll drive. Oh gods, are you there? Don't you remember your little T-Moon from the tree? Wake up, look down, hear my prayer. Don't single me out,
Let me fly, yes.
Send me to places where no one before me has been. You spared my life. Show me why. You get me to fly like a fish in the bait, then tell me to wait. When I'm waiting for life to begin, waiting for life to
Yes, yes, yes.
begin. Thank you.
That was so fantastic. You really took every single note. I saw you start with kind of everything being aligned, and then you knew, you know what, I'm going to make the choice. I'm going to put my energy forward. And then you made sure, oh, wait, no, okay, wait, there's another big part coming up, and you stood your ground, and those notes just flew.
Yes.
So clear. You didn't, it was, oh my gosh, it was so amazing. And then it was just very, very clear. Since you were able to like direct your energy into, first I'm talking here, now I'm gonna put my energy forward, now I'm kind of like parking and barking, now I'm gonna like look up and pray. And then even that choice to switch, okay, wait, I can't end the song just like this, so now I'm gonna.
Right. I love that.
Thank you.
Really, really fabulous job. Shanice, do you have any closing remarks?
Yes, I liked when you looked back at us, because the tricky part about this song is you are talking to the guys, but we all know that this is not vocally good for us for too long, okay? So it's like up here, but also this could be to the gods, this could be to the gods. You know, when we pray, we're all in ourselves, but we're still talking, okay? And then I just have one note for the drive, because that note it's beautiful, but it can really like knock the wind out of you a little bit if you don't do it correctly. So when you go into your car will stop and I'll hopping off a wheel, put drive into the same place that wheel is at the beginning. Your car will stop and I'll hopping off a wheel, drive, wheel drive, and then drop your jaw. So you have somewhere to go. Wheel drive. And it's healthier, and it's like, okay, we hear that crescendo, you have somewhere to go. And at the end, the same with waiting for life to begin. Make it really nasally and make sure that you're dropping the air towards the end of the phrase so that you have somewhere to go. But that's it, girl. I love it.
Thank you.
Oh, please let us know, where can we hear your beautiful voice again? Any upcoming projects, anything you want to shout out?
I don't really sing online. Like,
You don't have an Instagram or anything?
oh, well, I have an Instagram, but I don't sing on it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well,
Thank you very much, though.
you're so very welcome. Of course, thank you so much for being here and sharing your beautiful voice with us today.
Thank you.
Okay, woo! And now, last but not least, we have our other Jacob here, Jacob Harris. Hello, I'm going to unmute you.
Hi.
How are you?
All right, so today I'm going to be singing Grow For Me from Little Shop of Horrors. And do you need me to give a synopsis of the show?
Yeah.
Okay. So, also I'm horrible at like speaking, so I might stumble through this. But so like Little Shop, well, first I was previously like in a film production, so I'm like happy I can just like kind of like have a production to like sing for people now, because like I didn't get to like actually like perform for people live at least, and this is kind of in person, I guess. But so it's basically about a young botanist, Seymour Krelborn, and he lives on the streets of Skid Row. He's very poor. He's not very wealthy. And then one day he comes across this plant, something like a fly trap, and it's not really identified yet. But then as he's trying to like work through like the process of like trying to like get it to grow, he like stumbles across, he like pricks his finger on a thorn, and then the plant finally opens up, and then he feeds it his blood. But then finally he can't like keep feeding it. He can't keep feeding the plant its blood. So then he finally has to figure out a new way to try to make this plant eat without him trying to lose his blood. And then at this song, this is like the specific part of the show where he pricks his finger. Can I do a sound check quickly?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Chewy, I don't know what else to do for you. Mr. Mushnick and Audrey, they just met you. And I've been going through this for a couple of weeks now. Grow and build swarming flock. Are you sickly little pimp? Or just plain stubborn? What is it you want? What is it you need? I've given you sunlight. I've given you dirt. You've given me nothing but heartache and hurt. I'm begging you, sweetie. I'm down on my knees. Oh, please grow for me. I've given you plant food and water to sip. I've given you potash. You've given me zip. Oh God, how I miss you. Oh God, how you tease. So please grow for me. I've given you southern exposure to get you to thrive. I pinch your back hard like I'm supposed to. You're barely alive. I tried you at levels of moisture from desert to mud. I've given you prolix and mineral supplements. What do you want from me, blood? I've given you sunlight. I've given you rain. Looks like you're not happy. Let's hang open a vein. I'll give you a few drops, if that will please. So please, oh please, grow for me.
Woo! Oh, very nice. I love that song for you.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Okay, Jacob. Oh my gosh, I love your voice. I feel like I say the same thing, but I just like I really do. It's so wonderful and free and vibrant, and yeah, and your storytelling too. It's just so cute. I love this song for you. And again, I feel like this is a part that I can totally keep playing. Some of the technical things that I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of kind of just tension, a bit everywhere, kind of throughout your performance. Do you feel when you're performing tight in any place?
Yeah, kind of. Like, I feel like every time I'm like kind of doing a performance, I kind of like get a little stressed out as like performing in front of people. So like I kind of just like stay like stuck in one spot, but I need to like kind of just like get myself free and kind of just move around a lot.
Yeah. And we all have our fair share of, knowing that we have to perform and kind of having a bit of this stress. And so I think that a big thing for you is that you have all this really, really great energy that I can see, but I think that you're kind of like holding it in for some reason, whatever that reason may be. I think some of it could be a bit trying to almost, I think you're using a bit of the tension in your body to kind of control the tone that which comes out, of your mouth. I am seeing a little bit of tongue tension while you perform. Would you actually just be able to sing from the beginning a cappella? If you could stand back up, and while you're singing, really, really, really gently, just like move your jaw back and forth. I've given you sun, I've given you dirt, and not anything crazy, just making sure that it's really loose. And I think that part of what's maybe not exactly helping in this situation is that dirt, hurt. I think that you're kind of zoning in on the R's of those, especially like heartache and hurt, focusing more on the R as opposed to opening it up and then just having the R kind of like slapped on at the very end there. I've given you sunlight, I've given you dirt, I've given you something, heartache and hurt. Kind of just, putting it onto the end there. But yeah, really quickly, if you could just sing from the beginning, even if you want to kind of just like put your hands here, make sure you're nice and loose, and really, really gently kind of just moving it back and forth.
Okay. I've given you sunlight. I've given you dirt. You've given me nothing but heartache and hurt. I'm begging you sweetly. I'm down on my knees.
Nice. You're good. You're very much like me in that the E's I just dropped my. The E's feel very good. Did the sing an
Yeah.
E feel very, very nice and vibrant?
Mhm.
E is a very, very closed consonant, and so the ring and the boom that we get when we sing that, it's very easy and very direct. We know exactly where we're placing and where the energy is going. As soon as you have those notes that are a bit more open, I would like for us to, I've given you sunlight, I've given you dirt. Can you sing that? But when you get to dirt, duh, duh, can you actually make it more of like you're saying duh? Like you don't know the answer, duh, like duh instead of dirt. I've given you sunlight, I've given you duh. Just literally sing duh.
Mhm.
Yeah, real quick.
I've given you sunlight. I've given you dirt.
See? You're wanting to keep it a bit, you're wanting
Yeah.
to still keep it a bit close. I'm giving you duh. Would you be able to even just put your hands like this and create almost like small fish lips, not anything crazy, but like small fish lips? I've given you sunlight, I've given you duh. Almost drop to like an ah. I've given you duh.
Okay. I've given you sunlight. I've given you duh.
Nice, nice. Now, it's just experimenting. Obviously, that's not what you're going to sing when you sing a song, but I think finding more places where you can be a bit more open and a bit less clenched, because I'm seeing a lot of this kind of clenchiness, especially whenever there's an R, heartache and hurt. You can still produce the same thing without being as kind of, clenched. I think that the big thing for you is going to be relaxing. If we were to work together on this, I would maybe even have you like pretend like you're one of the things out of like car sales dealerships and just like
Yes.
to kind of just put your energy outwards in a very like relaxed sort of way. You have the voice, the performance is there, you're a wonderful actor. I think for you it's going to be a lot of just learning to take that energy and still be able to apply it forward, but making sure that none of it's having like a negative effect where it bounces back at you and causes you to tense it up a lot. But just keep working on that. And even if you have the sheet music, going through and finding all those words that kind of have the R's on them and making sure that if there's an open vowel in front of that R, that you're not just going right to the R, but you're really making sure that you do that open vowel justice. But that's all that I really had to say. Other than that, really fantastic job.
Thank you.
That was so good. I would make him do that exercise as well. Yeah. Okay, but listen, Jacob, this is the perfect song for you because Seymour is very, very stressed in this song. He is very stressed out because this plant will not grow anymore. You have a little bit of a good opening because there's a monologue there for you to say, but then it goes right into the song. So I think a good exercise for you to do with this song is write down, what do you do as a human being? What do we all do as human beings with our body when we're stressed? Because you can add these actions into the song instead of just like not knowing what to do with your hands. Because I feel like do you feel like you don't know what to do with your hands often?
Yeah, because usually like when I'm like not like in like a actual production, like I'm just like kind of like confused on like actually like what to actually like do with my body.
I think we all go through that. It's like there's no blocking, like we don't know what to do. As actors, we also have to low-key be directors. You have to come up with the stuff for yourself. So what do? We scratch our head, we look. There's many things that you can do with your body. Like I'm very stressed right now. Like grow for me. And then you're talking to him, but you don't always have to be looking straight forward. You can also be having this conversation with yourself. Like, yo, I've done everything I could possibly do for this freaking plant. It won't grow. So I need you to come up with those things as a good actor for yourself. What are things that I do when I'm stressed or that we all do when we're stressed? And add all those elements into the song. They're little easy things. You know, if you scratch your ear, your head, or whatever you do, add them all in.
Yeah.
Other than that, I really liked it. I really, really did.
Thank you.
I liked it too. I thought it was really, really nice. Yeah. So Jacob, congratulations. And do you have any accounts you'd like to shout out? Anything?
Well, I have an Instagram. It's at jacob.harris with 2 S's. And I don't really post like performance things, but I did post me and my sisters. We did like a little like thing with our cousin where we sang You Learn from Jack a Little Pill. He did all the accompaniment and we did all like this. We did the singing portion and like we did like a small like 32 bar cut of it. That's on it, but that's all I really have.
That's super cool. I want to go check that out. Well, awesome. Thank you so much, Jacob, for being here today and sharing your wonderful voice with us.
Thank you, Jacob.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, big silent round of applause. I also want a nice round of applause for Liv Kerner, who's here as our understudy. She will perform on here next week, but thank you for being on standby. We really appreciate it. And now here's a huge silent round of applause for our star guest of this week, Shanice. I cannot even communicate to you how much it means to have you on here. After we said about the crazy fan, I got so many chats. I'm her crazy fan. Wait, I'm her.
Oh no, I love you guys.
Oh yes, and everyone's telling me to not forget the photos. But Shanice, it really does mean the absolute world to all of us to have you here. You gave so much amazing advice and feedback during this kind of crazy time. Thank you for kind of helping to bring musical theater classes to the homes of a lot of people that, you know, maybe necessarily couldn't have that. So it really does mean the world. Please let us know, where can people contact you to get coachings or lessons, if you do any of that, if you'd like, any upcoming projects, all accounts. Just give us the lowdown of everything.
I never really do coaching or lessons, but I have people DM me on Instagram all the time, like, hey, what do you think about this? So my Instagram is at LoveBeingShanice. It's LUVBEING, Shanice, SHANICE. And that's a lot. Dang, I want to change it. That's a lot. But that's where you guys can DM me if you have any questions, because this was really, really fun. I really enjoyed this. And you're doing an awesome job, Alexa. Like, this is dope. This is really dope.
That means the world. Thank you so much.
Yes.
I did open the chat back up also, guys. Just letting you know, now that all the singers are done and it won't be distracting while they're performing. The chat is open and back up. I don't want to forget photos, so we're gonna do those now. So this is the time. Fix your hair, fix your makeup, anything you want to do. I will put these pictures on my Instagram story, and if anyone wants, you know, some direct photos, if not just screenshotting them, just feel free to DM me, like, hey, can I have so-and-so picture? Okay, here we go. So first I'm just gonna take one with Shanice so I can have my fangirling moment. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, you look like a goddess. I can't. This skincare routine, Shanice. Okay, now I'm putting it on gallery mode so I can see everyone. Here we go. Ready? We have 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now I'm going to the next page. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. Thank you all so much for joining. This concludes the masterclass portion. Oh, and of course we need a picture for Shanice.
I'm just taking a little video on Instagram. Thank you, guys. Awesome.
Okay, so let's conclude the masterclass portion of this Zoom. But if you would like to stay, we have a fun musical theater Kahoot that is themed towards the Wizard of Oz. So I know, very fun. I did that on purpose in honor of Shanice, of course.
I love it.
For anyone who maybe doesn't really know totally what this is, these Zooms are actually kind of expensive to keep going every month. They're $15 just so that we can do longer than 40-minute sessions, and then it's an extra $60 so that we can have more than 100 people if need be. So the way that we've been able to keep them running is by a lot of really sweet people donating to the cause to actually help these continue on for as long as they have now, which is incredible, and the amount of support that this has all received. I love that so many of you enjoy them. I completely enjoy them, and I am so fortunate. We are all so fortunate to be able to have such amazing people like Shanice out there who are able to, you know, donate their time for the hour and be here sharing their amazing talent and feedback with us all. So if you, my my Venmo and my PayPal, it's all in the link tree of my Instagram and my my TikTok, and it'll just say like help donate for Sing for Alexa Saturday. If you donate more than $20, you and me do a Zoom chat just so that I can thank you in person and let you know how much it means and how much we all appreciate it. But certain really sweet people decided that they wanted to donate their video chat to someone else who maybe couldn't necessarily afford it. So that's why we do these Kahoots, because this is how we find out who wins the free video chat. It's really fun. Make your username your TikTok username just so that I can really easily look you up and find you on there. Okay, so for this Kahoot is 11 questions, I believe. Yes, 10 multiple choice, and the last one is open-ended. Not only do you want to make sure that you're selecting the correct answer, but you also want to make sure that you're the first person to do so, because it is like a timed thing. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna set it up really quickly now. Here we go. Yay! Congratulations to all of our podium placers, and just to everyone else who played and had a lot of fun. This was such a fun masterclass. Thank you again so much, Shanice, for being here and donating your time to all of us. Congratulations, Jacob, for winning the Kahoot. We will be in contact soon about our video chat. And now that we have the chat open, if you guys have some more questions, I'm gonna stick around for 15 more minutes. If Shanice, you're more than welcome to as well, just to answer any more questions that you guys maybe have. Again, the chat is open, so everyone, if you have a particular question or anything, you can also just type it in there too. Yeah. If anyone has any like questions that they have right now and you want to just kind of like wave them, you could feel free to do that. And Shanice, if you want to, you could keep unmuting people if you want.
No, you can choose this time, because I did it last time. That was hard. Very stressful.
It's like the most difficult thing because you just want to unmute everyone. Okay, let's do Lucy Dow.
Hi. So my question is, so I live in a tiny town in Scotland, like away from anything. And so what advice do you have to like getting into more well-known productions?
Well, I think that marketing yourself online is a really great tactic to do that. I think you're already doing a pretty good job, being that you're here right now asking this question on this masterclass. I think that there are a lot of opportunities, especially just online, because that's really the only opportunities that there are at the moment right now.
Yeah.
Right now, you know, as far as really getting yourself out there, you are just as powerful as someone stuck in their apartment at New York. And I think that making sure that you just continue to put content out there and, you know, make yourself seen by as many people as you can, that would be something really good to do.
Yeah, social media is what I would say as well. I applaud you because it's hard. I grew up in New Jersey, and if I went to see a Broadway show, I just crossed the bridge in open calls, cross the bridge. But I applaud you. Social media is your friend then, girl. I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're so very welcome. Okay, do we have any others? Okay, I'm seeing Xavier Carnicom. Hi.
First of all, I want to applaud you for saying my last name correctly, because everyone always gets it wrong. So good job for that. My question is, how do you maintain like high hopes and withstand from getting discouraged if you don't get in a role, or like you audition and you just did it really bad? How do you like maintain like the high hopes that we all need?
I think that Shanice actually said this really beautifully before, in that, you know, when she went into the audition, it wasn't like, I'm going to do this and like the outcome of this is going to be what determines like whether I'm good or bad at X. You know, everyone who walks in to an audition are all special and unique and talented. And, you know, it's all that I always go in with the mindset that, you know, the director already kind of has like the image in his head of what he wants the role to be. And so you're gonna have 10 amazing people walk in. One's gonna be a little goofy, one's gonna be very strong, one's gonna be a little kind of like shy and cute, one, you know, they're all gonna have their certain takes. So it's whatever the director already has in their head of like what they want for the role. So it's not that like you were any worse or better than the other person. Once it becomes, you know, not a competition, but just an expression of creativity and being unique and just being proud of putting yourself out there. Like Shanice was saying, just going in there with the mindset that this is a learning experience, and no matter what, you know, what the outcome is, you should still be really proud that you put yourself out there and tried. And you may not have gotten the part, but the person behind the table is going to be like, oh, you know what? The vision that I had for this character isn't, you know, I feel like they just weren't really that, so I'm going to go with this other person. But then 6 months later, they're going to move on to a different show where there's this other character where, oh my gosh, what was that girl's name in the audition who completely blew me away? And, you know, instead of just like giving up and being like, oh, well, I didn't get the part, you know, just knowing that you are it for someone, and you just got to keep auditioning, go to hundreds until you find, you know, that perfect match would be what I would.
Thank you. For sure.
Yeah, research Anne Hathaway's story, research Uzo Aduba's story. Like, these are actresses. When you're in this industry, you have to understand they did, you know, over 90 something auditions and were told no, 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 no. But let me tell you something. That one audition might come and it might be everything that you ever wanted in a job, or it might completely change your life. So you have to understand, like, we're actors. We're going to hear no so many times. You put in your head that that is also a part of the job, and accept that. But never quit, because 100 no's may lead to that one yes that could be everything for you. So
Thank you so much. That's really awesome. Thank you for taking me into the question. Thank you.
Of course, of course. I'm just looking at the chat really quickly to see if anything that maybe if we answer a question from the chat. I really appreciate also everyone's kind things that they're just sending me in the chat. It is my pleasure to keep these things going. I absolutely love it, just as much as I'm hearing that all you guys do. So really, thank you for that. Oh, someone asked if Shanice, you can actually, do you know where the chat is? If you can actually type your Instagram into the chat.
I think I did do it. I dropped it in there.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, so then you guys can just scroll in. Oh yeah, I see it right now. Okay, perfect. We have, I have a question. What part of theater did/do you struggle with most? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I'm not sure, actually. I mean, I'm not sure. Shanice, do you have?
Yeah, I can tell you guys right now, I'm always been the type of person who's like, okay, this is me, and I'm going to be very confident in me. But I struggle a lot with, when it comes to theater, the audition process, because it's like I'm getting thrown in front of people, and you have to just show them that you deserve to be in this show. And that's the trickiest part for me, just the audition process.
Yeah, I was thinking, my brain immediately went to like being in a show, and I was like, I just love being in shows. But yeah,
Yes,
like, even though the payoff is amazing, getting there is always like, oh my gosh, so stressful. So just getting through that, I would have to say, is the most challenging, but it's also, you know, the most rewarding at the end. So yeah. Okay. Haley S, I see you waving. Hi.
Hi. For Shanice, do you have an interest that you have that's not related to theater that you don't get to talk about much?
Yes. Okay, so when I started in this industry, when I did the Wiz, I had a manager, and it wasn't really a healthy relationship with my manager. So in my heart, I've always been like, I know so many talented people around me, and I want to help them, because that's really what a good manager does. They help you to realize your true potential and all the things that you have to offer the world, and how you can get that out there effectively. So I've been like managing people. I have a client who's an amazing writer. We just held our first table read a couple weeks ago. And that's just, it's a thing that I hold in my heart, but I don't tell a lot of people, because I have my own career to build up. I do. But that's just something that I always love, just helping other artists.
That's really neat. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Alexa?
That's so admirable. Oh my gosh. Something about me. I'm really good at making string bracelets. Like, you know how everyone does that at summer camps? I kind of just never grew out of it. So,
Yeah.
I make a lot of string bracelets, and I started like a mini business that was kind of just with my friends because I knew if it ever took off to be something big, I wouldn't be able to do it because I can't make bracelets that fast. But I was like all of senior year for all my friends' graduation parties, I was making the bracelets that said like the name of their college on it. Yeah, so I'm also trying to learn how to juggle, but I'm really not that good at it. But, you know, just another thing for the resume, hopefully.
Yes. Every time I hear your name, my Alexa lights up. Like, do you need me?
Sorry. Yeah, great question, Haley.
Thank you.
Of course. Okay, Shanice, back to you. Who would you like to unmute?
Let's do Jolly. And then Piper. I'm sorry, Piper's been waiting too. I'm sorry. Oh, I have to unmute them. Sorry. Hi, Jolly.
Hello. So my question is a bit similar to Lucy's. I mean, my situation, because I live in a small province in the Philippines, and sadly, I'm not studying musical theater. I'm taking a different course, but I really wanted to pursue musical theater. So my question is, what advice can you give to students like us who are not, you don't have the right resources to like improve oneself to the craft of theater, or what advice can you give to my students who have situations like mine?
I think that what I would say is if it was pre-pandemic, my answer would probably be a bit different, just in like trusting everything that, you know, the resources that are online. But I think in lieu of, you know, having to make everything, you know, be online, there are so many, I mean, all artists are kind of now having to move to being online. And so there are a lot of new opportunities, learning, participating. I mean, even just you being here right now in this Zoom again, you know, you're actively, you know, helping yourself along in that. And I think that, you know, since, you know, everyone's connection to the world is through their phones, find certain people that you really admire. And I would encourage you to maybe reach out to them, see if they, you know, write back, or, you know, just try to, you know, wiggle yourself into like, make it happen for you. So, for example, I really love musical theater and all these things. And on a live, we were talking about, you know, opportunities and being able to, you know, really connect, and how it was so exciting how more Broadway people were going on TikTok. So I thought, you know what, how cool would it be if I actually like reached out to as many people as I could, see if we can make some sort of masterclass thing happen, you know. So I think that power it's already there, and it's within you. And so I think that you know, reaching out to people, seeing if they're offering lessons or what master classes you can join. And I would also have to say, just because I mentioned this, I feel like at least once every master class, just because someone always I see on the screen is like, oh, but I feel like, you know, when people think about having a career in musical theater, it's like having a career on Broadway, like standing on a stage and singing, but there are so many other type careers that you can have that aren't just that one almost like tunnel vision sort of thing that I know I grew up thinking. It was like, if I'm going to be successful in musical theater, I'm going to be a performer on Broadway. And I didn't really know that there were so many other things out there for you that you can do. There's so many regional theaters. Just get online after this, be like, regional theaters near me, see what shows they're putting on. Ooh, contact the director. Can I maybe have a voice lesson, or, you know, anything to kind of like get yourself in there, because you are your best friend in this. And yeah, I think that would have to be my big piece of advice, if Shanice wants to kind of.
Yeah, I would say literally YouTube. Like, we have YouTube, okay? Listen, our generation and Generation X, we got YouTube. Whatever you can teach, YouTube can teach it better, okay? Like, and then you have people like Alexa on TikTok. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you something. I went to college. I went to AMDA in Los Angeles, and the books that we had to get for our classes were books that we had to order off of Amazon. Like, all the information is out there in books. If you want to learn up about just like your musical theater history, boom, done. There's people giving vocal lessons every day on YouTube, like it's on TikTok. Like, there's so many things. And then when, like how she said, look up regional theaters and stuff, That's how I started my career, just looking at open calls. Can I send in a self-tape for this thing that you guys, like anything like that? Like, no limits, girl, no limits. I don't care if you live wherever.
I never even thought about that. That is so true. Every single one of my college courses right now, I've looked up and rented the books from Amazon. Like,
Right.
I didn't think about that. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That is so true. So true. Okay, and I think with that, I feel so bad. Okay, like one more question.
Okay, wait, I can't do this. I can't do this.
No, I know. You know what? If you guys actually just want to type the questions into the chat, we can try to like boom boom, like go get through them as quickly as we can.
But I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Okay. I think some people. We got some people typing.
Okay.
Yup. Okay. Yes, I love everyone sending their apps. Let's create this community. Keep it going. If you don't post a request for video, okay. If you don't post a request for videos, should we still post a video for you on Tuesday/Wednesday? Don't post a request for video oh yeah, no, it's just constantly, even though, so I think that what this is referring to is the video where I'm like, hey guys, if you want to audition for Sing for Alexa Saturday, here's what to do. I'm not going to post that video like every week. It's kind of just up for like from now until forever, like and I'm kind of just posting it, like updating it as, you know, I post more and more videos just so the video doesn't get lost in the sauce. But anytime, anywhere, if you want to post a Sing for Alexa Saturday video, you will just be written down and considered for X amount of weeks forward until eventually you get on. So yeah.
Okay, these last two questions, how do you get over fear of rejection and not liking your singing? And what's the last thing you do before you step on stage to prepare yourself or hype yourself up?
I like squeeze my hands together just because I know, like, when I would perform with my mom, like before we'd go on stage, she would like squeeze my hand. So it's kind of my like you got this. And then I go and fear of rejection or not liking your singing. I'm not sure. I guess to get over just building up your self-confidence and kind of like a fake it till you make it type attitude, where you know, if you don't believe in yourself, it's like, why should anyone else, you know?
That's what I'm saying.
You're literally walking in and like advertising yourself to them. So like you gotta like be like, I'm the best, I'm fit for the role, I'm also not like super cocky and gonna cause any problems, but I'm such a great warm spirit, like, don't you want me in your show? But if they sense that there's a bit of like, I don't really know if I should be in your show, then they're going to sense that and they're going to see that. And then, you know, so that would be, you know, even if it's a fake it till you make it type situation where even if you're really scared and nervous inside, you don't show it at all and you're just excited and you're happy to be there. That would be what I'd answer to that.
100%. I agree 100%.
Okay, awesome. I am gonna run just because I am teaching actually voice lesson at 3:40, but just some closing remarks, of course, and I could not say this enough. Thank you so much again, Shanice, for doing this. It really means the absolute world. I know so many silent cheers, silent claps, everything that you had to say and more was just so very much appreciated. Sing for Alexa Saturdays, they will be going for as long as I can keep them going. So stay tuned for what time we will be doing it next week. If you would like any private advice, Shanice did say, feel free to DM her. I also do my own voice lesson coachings, anything, even if it's just a meet and greet, you can go right on my link tree. My link tree basically has all my information. It has P.O. Box, my website, all upcoming things, which at this point are pretty much just Sing for Alexa Saturdays. If you want to schedule a lesson for whatever, life coaching, meet and greet, voice lesson, piano lesson, any of the above, yeah, I have merch, which is very cute and exciting if you want any of that. My TikTok, YouTube, everything is on there. Yeah, okay, and I'm gonna sing my little goodbye song now. I'm sorry to let you know I really have got to go. Drink water so you're not sick. I love you. Love Alexa-Chalnick and love Shanice. Mwah, mwah.
Oh, bye everybody. Thank you, Alexa.
Gosh, thank you. Bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye.